I'm going into another room. Fuck it, keep with me. Have you ever done so much work in one day, but then you got no results by the end of the day, or the day after, or the week after? That's me, and that's very relatable. So let me just tell you about why that can be so dangerous. You see, progress never actually feels like progress. We are all brainwashed to think, like, for instance, when you go into work, you do work and then you get paid for it. Now, when you're doing, like, building up a personal brand, like me personally, you're doing videos every single day. And then you feel like you kind of deserve it because your brain has kind of brainwashed you to think that you should be rewarded for the work. But if everyone got rewarded every single day for the work that they put in on themselves, everyone would be doing it. But it's just the pain of doing the same repetitive shit, but without the certainty of getting the results later on in life. Like I said, I build up my personal brand every single fucking day. Whether my eyesight's really bad, like I said, like before, if you're a fan of this, I've got a terrible eye condition where everything shakes for me. And the amount of times there are birds in the background, if it gets really loud, I'll end up going to another room. But the amount of times I'll be posting, doing tweets on X, and everything like that, and I will get nothing. And I think I did really well. But like, people are not replying to me on X, the comments and stuff like that, comments aren't hitting, I'm not gaining any followers on the day, and all that shit. And I just need to remind myself, fuck, I'm going into another room. Fuck it, keep with me a sec. But yeah, the amount of times I remind myself is that things don't happen instantly. If I want the results, I'm going to have to push through on the days that I don't fancy doing the work whatsoever. And that is the turning point for me. God, give me a sec. Because if I quit right now, say if I never post on this channel again, never post on my socials or anything like that, in 20 years' time, I'll be fucking killing myself. I'll be like, I mean, not literally. No, like that. But I'll be like so upset that I didn't carry on. So I keep on reminding myself, in 5 years' time, I'll either be super grateful that I kept on pushing throughout the bad days, and I'm in the spot that I am. In hopefully 5 years, I'll be in the good position. Or in 5 years' time, I'll either be fucking, super upset that I didn't push through. And that is the reminder that I push myself to remind myself every single day. The problem that not many people talk about is you're constantly moving the goalpost. Every time you achieve a goal or something like that, you'll constantly raise the bar for you. Say if your goal was to hit 100 subs, you don't really celebrate it, for that long. You might be like, woo, next goal, 250 or 300 or whatever your next goal may be. So you never actually have the time to appreciate what you've done. You just keep on raising the bar. That's why you never feel like you're getting anywhere. You're not feeling like you're getting the results that you deserve. And this is super relatable for me. The amount of times I'll achieve something good. Like, I solved a Rubik's Cube for the first time recently, and it took me 6.5 hours by a 3x3. 6.5 fucking hours. And don't get me wrong, I was so fucking happy. But then I was like, okay, let's make that faster. And on the entrepreneurial side of things, that mindset is very powerful, to be like, okay, what next, bitch? But then on the other side of it, it's like, okay, like, how about we slow it down a little bit? Not slow down, the reps, not slow down like that side, but let's just take it in a second. And that's the kind of balance to keep it going, keep on pushing yourself, but at the same time appreciate the shit that you've kind of done. Because like I said, everyone has achieved good stuff. If you give it 6 months, you would achieve really well. And I'm not saying, like, for me, I post every single day. And I'm not on, like, thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands. I think I've got, throughout all my channels, I've got just over, like, 3,000, 4,000 followers and everything. Which, me saying that makes me pumped, because I never actually probably say that. But it's like, I never appreciate it. I'm just like, move on to the next goal, move on to the next goal. And that's the problem. Just need to just take a break sometimes, appreciate how far you've come, and then move on to the next thing. Another thing I would love to touch on is comparison kills everything. I swear to God. I'm not really as bad as what I used to be. But what I used to do was check social media. I'm like, oh shit, I mean, how has he gained 10,000 followers within his first 90 days? How was he doing that? And like, firstly, what I want to say is, most people don't factor in, like, oh, they're in a different niche, they're using viral hits that have already been proven, they're reposting viral shit, so they're in a different niche. People aren't factoring, the overnight success. That's the other point. The overnight success, people are like, oh my god, how is he getting that? Oh my god, that's so cool. But you haven't factored in that he's posted over 10,000 times before, and now he's got his viral hit from all the lessons that he's done in ages. People don't factor that shit in. And then the main thing is, the internet just kills fucking everything. You start to think, like, for instance, that this goes stereotypical. You think about Dubai, you think about people getting rich instantly, don't you? That's the main thing that you think about. But that's not the case. It's just them using flashy shit. Like the amount of people that are struggling with their 9-to-5 job, but they act like they're fucking rich. And that's the main thing everyone can relate to. People just try and impress each other, and then it gets all over the internet and stuff like that. And then people start saying that, that's the bare fucking minimum. And that's the main trap. When you start comparing yourself, that's how you get burnt out. And that's the main thing that I'm trying to stay away from, because I got close to burning out when I was like, God man, he's gained like 5,000 followers. I've been doing this for ages. Everyone keeps on saying, you'll blow up in 6 months. I've been doing this for over 6 months now, and I haven't exactly fucking blown up yet. So I'm just like, okay, fuck what everyone else thinks. I'm gonna be willing if I keep patient, and everyone will keep patient if they just be super aggressive for action, but be super patient for the long term. There's another cool thing I want to touch on, is that people kind of forget about how much they used to struggle with certain tasks. Some people used to struggle with, say, keeping consistent. They used to struggle with posting once a day, but now they're probably being able to post 5 times a day. And I'm that person. I used to struggle to be consistent at fucking anything. I used to be like, okay, how about give this Lego set a test? By the way, this was when I was like 6. I don't touch Legos or anything. By the way, no problem if you do touch Legos. I love Legos. I haven't touched Legos in over 10 years. And what used to happen when I used to touch Legos, I would start it and be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. But within like 20 minutes, I'd be like, nah, fuck this, I want to go and do something else. And I know that's been so long, but it kind of just puts into perspective about you constantly raising the bar, as I said about in like the second step. People raise the bar, but then don't realize how far they've actually come. How their old habits used to be so much harder, and they used to look up to themselves. Like right now, myself a year ago would be so proud about how far I've come right now. But because I keep on raising the bar, I just keep on thinking, this is the new bare minimum, which that's good because I've raised the standards, but at the same time I haven't realised the gap between the standards of how far I've actually come. And that's been the main breaking point for me, is just like this is going to be the biggest lesson of this video, is for me personally, is that I just need to take a step back and truly appreciate about how far I've actually come. And that's gonna be the main point of me not burning out. Because if I can just remind myself is, look, you're being super hard on yourself, but the reason why you're being so hard on yourself is because you keep on raising the standards. You started down all the way over here, and now you're all the way over here. Appreciate that shit for a minute. And that, I'm so grateful to finally realize that. Before I even started making this video, I didn't think what I'd have. I literally went into ChatGPT, because I talk about my ChatGPT. I've got my own private conversation about content, about my thumbnails and all that stuff. And then I said, look, I want to talk about this. Can you just give me some things? Because I'm not good with scripts. I'm better off just doing that, because then I have to memorize the shit, and then again I'm pissed off and then the video doesn't come out. So I'm like, okay, just tell me 5 things, and I'll just say it came up with 5 things that it knows about me really well. And then I just touched on those things. And while making this video, I didn't think about how much I appreciate about how far I've actually come. So I'm hoping this video has been the same for you, that you actually know how far you actually have come. Even if it's been 5 weeks, a month, 2 months, 2 years, even if you're ahead of me, it's just no matter what stage you're at, I believe you can always keep on raising the standards, but you kind of forget about how far you've come. So just being that, realizing how far you have come and how you are that little closer to your end goal is massive. But yeah, this video has actually taught me a little bit, and hopefully it's helped you out. So if it has helped, then please subscribe, because I'm really trying every single day. I post every single day, even without getting the results. So if anyone sees this, if you could please comment or something, it'll mean the fucking world to me. And yeah, have a good day.